Shalom. First, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the saints of y'all. Keep pushing this truth all the world. Shalom. Keep pushing. We're going to get into this article here. It says the, Karagma implants that let you pay with your hand. This is because the 37-year-old doesn't need to use a bank card for his mobile phone to pay. Instead, he simply places his left hand near the contactless card reader and the payment goes through. The reactions I get from cashiers are priceless, says Mr. Palmen, a security guard from the Netherlands. He is able to pay using his hand because back in 2019, he had a contactless payment, MOTB, injected under his skin. And this for you scoffers talking about, oh, I thought the scripture said the right hand. Well, yeah, on the other side of the planet, in the UK and all that, they put it in the left, but on this side, of the hemisphere, they're gonna put it on the right. It don't matter where you get it, you end up taking it. You're an Israelite. You go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're gonna be destroyed. So don't think, oh well, I can get in my left hand, I'll be all right. No, you still gonna get the judgment, which is a nuclear ICBM missile. You being burned alive from the missiles, man. So don't be trying to, think you're gonna outsmart the prophecies. You're like, you so smart, Jake. If you get in your leg, you think you're gonna be all right. If you get in your fingertip, you think you're gonna be okay. No, you get it anywhere on you, you're gonna be nuked to a crisp. The procedure hurts as much as when someone pinches your skin, says Mr. Palmen. And there they go, trying to make it seem like, oh, it's no big deal. It's not gonna hurt that bad. Just go ahead and get this Karagma in you. It's not that bad. It's not painful. Micro was first implanted into a human back in 1998, but it's only during the past decade that the technology has been available commercially. When it comes to implantable payments, British Polish firm Walletmore says that last year it became the first company to offer them for sale. The implant can be used to pay for a drink on the beach in Rio, or coffee in New York, or a haircut in Paris, or at your local grocery stores. As founder and chief executive Wojtek Paroda, it can be used wherever contactless payments are accepted. Walletmore's, C word there, which weighs less than a gram and is a little bigger than a grain of rice, is comprised of a tiny charagma and an antenna encased in a biopolymer, a natural source material similar to plastic. The Mr. Paproda adds that it is entirely safe, has regulatory approval, works immediately after being implanted, and will stay firmly in place. It also does not require a battery or other power source. The firm says it has now sold more than 500 of the Karagmas. The technology Walletmore uses in near-field payment, or NFC, the contactless payment, Salakia. Other payment implants are based on radio frequency, RFID, which is the similar technology typically found in physical contactless debit and credit cards. For many of us, the idea of having such an implant in our bodies is appalling. But a 2021 survey of more than 4,000 people across the UK and the European Union found that 51% would consider it. However, without giving a percentage figure, the report added that the invasiveness and security issues remain a major concern for respondents. Mr. Palmen says he doesn't know of any of these worries. Implants contain the same kind of technology that people use on a daily basis, he said, from key fobs to unlock doors, public transit cards like the London Oyster card, are bank cards with contactless payment function. If you want, you can get into it. It's a pretty lengthy article. But basically, it's just trying to glorify the implant technology that's coming out. And they just doing surveys, gauging public opinion, but it don't really matter because it's going to be made mandatory throughout the world. It's going to come upon all men. You got to take this, implant this charagma, or you're going to get put to death if you don't. You won't be able to participate in this so-called white man's, his new world, his great restart, that we're in the midst of right now. It's no longer that it's coming or, as a rumor. We're in the midst of his NW0, his new world and the great restart. So eventually, the economy is going to collapse. The currency is going to plummet down to nothing, and everything's going digital. And then, this is going to be like your wallet in your hand, this charagma, which is talked about in Revelation 13, So we're here now. It's no longer having to think about, inflation. Inflation's here, which is going to only lead to hyperinflation. The famines, is increasing. You got people, in the third world countries, they say, are, diving of starvation as we speak, and food rationing and shortages are happening again here in the U.S., known as Babylon in the scriptures. With the war over in Ukraine, saying the bread basket is causing more and more, wheat shortages and everything else, So we're no longer saying, oh, it's coming, it's coming. No, now, the Spirit has moved to saying, hey, which prophecies unfolding that Spirit is saying, hey, now we're here, and now we're just saying, hey, it's going to increase, it's going to get worse, and Jacob's trouble, is really going to be the the turning point for all this, man. The economy collapsing, martial law in the streets, Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is for you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and that's right around the corner. Any day now, that could be just popping off. For you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans who would refuse to turn back to your power, man. You about to get flexed out real soon. Brutally murdered, raped, all of the above. Wild beasts attacking you. So hey, we are here now. But we're gonna get some precepts, man. We're gonna get the oldie but goodie. And you know where that's at? That's in Revelation 13 and 16. Well, let's go to 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So yeah. Worshiping the beast, man. This so-called white man system. You saying, hey, put this charagma man in me. I serve you, Esau. You my master. I turn to you for all things. That's what you basically saying is when you bow down and worship the image of this beast, the so-called white man system. That's what you ultimately saying. You're saying you have no other power, or you have no other king but Caesar. You Israelites. So, and like it says, hey, and as and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you refuse this charagma that he's gonna hand out to the masses, he catches you. If he catches your ass, he's gonna kill you if you decline it. So how many of you wicked jakes out here gonna actually take it? Take that take it on the chin and say, hey, I'm not gonna take this. How many of y'all? You haven't eaten in 3-4 days, a week, and he's saying, hey, here it is. You can turn the food back on if you just get this implant in your hand. What you gonna do, Jake? You gonna call on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to deliver you in that moment? Or you just gonna look Caesar, the so-called white man, or a centurion that he gonna have out there, or whatever medical, not, what kind of military troop, you gonna look him in the face and say, no, I'm gonna serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, or you gonna say, no, I'm gonna serve Caesar, which is so-called white man. Or you gonna do that instead? But verse 16, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. So yeah, all, both small and great, to the poor man sleeping on the street, to the rich man who's living in the mega mansions or mansion, free and bond, whether you in the prison housings or you not, rich or poor, it don't matter. You the working poor, or you the poor, sleeping in a cardboard box or in a tent. You all gonna have to bow down. Either you're gonna bow down and get this charagma in your hand, or you're gonna stay truthful and hold your integrity and just bow down and worship Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and believe whatever happens, happens. And believe that whatever the Most High said in these scriptures, that, he's gonna deliver you in that day. You're gonna bow down and wait on the Lord, or you're gonna bow down and just go ahead and take this implant. Which one is it gonna be, Jake? Verse 18, here's wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So yeah, 666. That's the barcode that's in that RFID microchip. When you scan it, it's gonna have your number and that 666 in there, man. So get ready, because you're gonna be tracked. You take this implant, this charagma, you're gonna be slated for destruction, Jake. You're gonna be killed. You're gonna be burned to a nuclear, a thermonuclear ICBM crisp, man. What you gonna be eventually, just turn to powder, man. You're gonna be nothing but dust out here. So, if I was you, Jake, I'd be trying to turn back to my power, man, right now. To not even put you in that hour of temptation that's talked about in the scriptures. Because the Most High, said, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua even stated, man, that, hey, he's going to keep, it's going to be a certain group of men, a certain amount of Israelites that's going to be kept from the hour of temptation. And that hour of temptation is where you thinking about going and getting that RFID microchip, that charagma. But he's going to keep us. You got to believe that he's going to keep us from that hour of temptation, and it's right around the corner. There's no longer saying, oh, the charagma is coming, hey, it's been here. Like I said, I believe an article said in 1998, the first person that got it in them, and right now it's mainstream. So the only thing left now is just to implement it. Whether it's you gonna go down there voluntarily or they're gonna mandatorily, you know, give it to you. No matter what it is, when it boils down to it, it's gonna be forced upon you. Because Esau like to move in stages where it be voluntary, then it's like, oh, it's mandatory, but it's ways to get out of it. But then it's gonna be down to the wire where it's gonna be you taking this. It's no more loopholes. You know, there's no way to wiggle out of this way. You take it or you don't. And if you don't, hey, you get this ticket to the spirit world. But if you do, you getting the painful way to the spirit world. You know? So hey. But it's here. They making it look cool on the article where it lights up when you scan things. They just trying to jazz it up a little bit, making it more enticing, and see how many dummies are fall for it right now. But Esau Edom knows so-called white man, he's gonna make it fully mandatory in order to participate, man. And and a lot of you people, especially you heathens, is just gonna fall right into his trap. But I pray this video was edifying, and to the sons of Yakin, man, keep pushing. Shalom.